Hey guys, it's Pandas Data Diaries again. Today I want to show you how to work with free text data and how to extract information that you're interested in and write it into separate columns using pandas. So for example, you have this dummy text here, and inside you have some information about KPIs like KPI 1, 2, and 3, and they have some ratings. So you only want to extract these ratings here and write them to separate columns. These columns didn't exist before, so the blue columns, you want to fill them automatically. How do you do this? So first of all, let's load some dummy data here in pandas, loading the CSV. So we see the dummy data over here, and let's print the first row. And you see this is some standard dummy text, and inside we find KPI 1, KPI 2, and 3. All different case usage. So here we have all caps, lowercase, and a mixture. And we want to extract this information here and write it into new columns. And here I'm also checking the length of the description field. So it's roughly 1350. And all of them are the same. They have the same structure. So they all look like this here. And now, how do I extract this information programmatically? So first of all, we need two functions, and I prepared them over here. We have one that is extract KPI from free text, and the other one that is add extracted KPI to a data frame. So how do these functions work? The first one, extract KPI from free text, takes two arguments, the description and KPI. So description is this field over here that we just checked, and KPI is the KPI that I'm scanning for. And then we have a try and except block here. So it uses a regex in the try block using the regex library, so re.search. And I give it a format string, so using the f over here, and the KPI. So it loads the KPI that has been passed as the argument. And behind it, there's a colon and one or multiple white spaces. So this is the \s over here. And the second group is the number that we're trying to extract. So using \d plus over here. And we set the description to lowercase so that we handle these different capitalizations of the strings, and extract the second group because we're only interested in the number. And if it doesn't find anything, it should just return none instead. So this function will find the number that we're looking for. And the second function, it extracted KPI to df or data frame, takes also two arguments, the data frame and the list of the KPIs that it should scan for. And the list, I define it here. The KPIs are KPI 1, KPI 2, and KPI 3. So it's exactly these ones here. And what it does is it iterates over this list, so for KPI and KPIs, then add a new column to the data frame. So the data frame, and here we pass it the column, which has the same name as the KPI, so KPI 1, 2, and 3. And then we apply a function which acts on each row of the data frame. So we do df.apply, and then lambda function row colon, and then extract KPI from free text. So the function that we define over here, it runs on each row of the data frame, and we pass it the description as an argument. So this is the description that we want to scan through, and of course the KPI itself. So in the first iteration it would be KPI 1. And second iteration KPI 2, etc. And we have to set the axis to 1 so that it knows, so the pandas knows that it has to act on the row. And once it's iterated through all of the KPIs, we just return the data frame, which now contains new columns as we defined in the list. So first of all, let's show once more what the data frame looked like before. So we only have one column, which is the description and all of the free text fields. And now when I apply it, I apply the add extracted KPI to data frame function, and I pass in the free text collection data frame, so this one here, and I pass the KPIs list, this one here, KPI 1, 2, and 3, and I just execute it. And I write it to the same data frame. And now if you open this, we see that it has extracted the information that we're looking for and written it to the separate columns over here. So this is quite nice, and of course you can export it to an Excel file, and you will get the same result as we saw in the beginning. On top here, we now have the information that we need, nicely separated into different columns. That's what I wanted to show you today. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon on my channel.